Hello everyone! I am in central Mexico going to experience the monarch butterflies, which is absolutely incredible. I'm so excited. So in this video, I'm going to tell you all about the monarch butterflies and their incredibly unique migration, and to show you this amazing natural phenomenon that is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So come along with me on this incredible adventure. Let's go. The monarch's journey is one of the largest and longest migrations of butterflies in the world. In North America, they have two populations, the eastern and western. In this adventure, we're experiencing the eastern monarchs, which make the huge journey from southern Canada to the forests of central Mexico, in Michoacan and Mexico states. We are visiting El Rosario Monarch Butterfly Sanctuary in Angangueo, which is way up in the mountains and has huge numbers of monarchs. It's located in one of the 12 mountaintops in Mexico that the monarchs overwinter in. We have arrived in the parking lot here, so we just had a delicious lunch, and now we're gonna walk towards the entrance of the monarch sanctuary. It is early February right now, and this is like the peak season to come experience the monarchs because they just hibernated and are just waking up now, so they're just slowly getting more and more active. So we got our ticket. We always walk through the turnstile. Gracias. Gracias. And here we are. Here are all the horses. So we're gonna get on one here and then go up even higher into the mountains where the monarchs are. Okay, we're officially on the horses. So because of the high altitude, a lot of people end up taking horses because it's even harder to hike in high altitudes. So this is a really great option, and it's super fun. We began to see more and more monarchs as we ascended into their prime overwintering habitat of Oyamel fir forests at 3,000 meters above sea level, which is 10,000 feet. We're nearing the spot where we get off the horses now, but look at all of the butterflies all around us here. It's just amazing. They're flying everywhere. There's so many. Oh my gosh. So we just got off the horses in this spot here, and we are absolutely surrounded by monarch butterflies. This is insane. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. This is the perfect time of year and the perfect weather to witness this incredible congregation. It's magic. It's absolute magic. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just wild. It's so wild. So now we're walking on the trail into the forest. So these monarch butterflies have traveled from Canada up to about 3,000 miles, which is about 4,800 kilometers, to be here to hibernate. So they go south to hibernate, and they congregate in these trees, and they gather on the branches and huddle together to stay warm, because way up in the mountains of Mexico here, it actually gets quite cold. And then in January, February-ish, they begin to wake up and start feeding on the flowers that are blooming. Look at these ones. Oh my gosh. So what is a monarch butterfly? Great question. Monarch butterflies are these beautiful orange and black butterflies with white spots along the edges. They have two sets of wings and a wingspan of about 4 inches or 10 centimeters. The males have black dots on their wings, and they also have thinner veins, which are those black lines on their wings. So it's so cool, you can actually tell the difference between the males and the females. And their bright colors actually tell predators that they are toxic. Monarchs are toxic because they only eat milkweed when they're larvae, which contains toxins called cardenaloids. So one of the really cool things about their incredible migration is it actually takes 4 to 5 generations of butterflies to complete a full round. So these ones here are the super versions because they can live up to 8 months, while the other ones only live for about 1 month. And they are responsible for doing the longest migration. So they travel from Canada all the way down to Mexico in one journey. The super generation is able to live 8 to 16 times longer than their parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents because of reproductive diapause.
This means that the butterfly's reproductive development is on hold due to a hormone deficiency, and it starts right when they emerge from the chrysalis. They become reproductively mature in the spring after hibernation and then begin mating. The diapause state extends their lifetime, which is why they live way longer than the breeding monarch generations and can travel the entire journey from Canada to Mexico.
So they've hibernated and now they're waking up, and then they're going to start heading back north to Canada. But along the way, they'll lay eggs, and then other generations will continue that process northward. So they keep flying and then laying eggs, and then they hatch, and then they keep flying north. It's just incredible and so unique and so special.
Monarch butterflies go through a complete metamorphosis with 4 distinct stages. The first stage is the egg, where female monarchs lay tiny oval-shaped eggs on the underside of milkweed leaves. After about 4 days, eggs hatch into larvae. These caterpillars devour milkweed, grow fast, and molt 5 times. They become a pupa once they've attached themselves to a leaf and formed a green chrysalis, where they undergo an amazing transformation. After about 10 days, the adult butterfly emerges, pumps fluid into its wings, and spends several hours drying before it's ready to venture off.
So if you're really quiet, you can actually hear their wings flapping, which is just so magic. So here you can see there's a puddle. There's like thousands of them in this one puddle having a drink. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. So how do these monarch butterflies know how to get to Mexico and back up to Canada? There's a few different ways that they navigate. One of them is by using the sun angle relative to the horizon,
which is called their sun compass. But because the sun moves across the sky throughout the day, they also need to use their internal circadian clock, which is housed in their antennae and tells them what time it is. They combine this information to orient themselves southwest when migrating down to Mexico and northeast when heading up to Canada. And they also use magnetic fields, which is a great backup orientation guide on cloudy days when the sun isn't visible.
So they're going to use those to go all the way back up to Canada. Look at the shadows. That is wild. Look at all these butterflies. So the monarch butterfly's favorite tree here is the oyamel fir, and that's because it grows in the exact same region that they like to be in for their migration and hibernation. So if you look way up in the trees, you can see millions of these butterflies.
Oyamel fir forests are unique mountain habitats that only grow in high altitudes and are Mexico's most endangered forest type. These trees grow in the same cool and moist conditions that the monarchs need for their hibernation.
You can see the butterflies are absolutely covering the trunks and the branches.
During hibernation, the cool temperatures slow down the monarch's metabolism, which allows them to conserve their lipid reserves as they're burning less energy.
So they can rest and not use a lot of energy, so they can conserve it for the spring when they wake up. This is absolutely insane. Like, look at this. There's millions and millions of monarchs. Oh my gosh. This section behind me is closed off because it's protected just for the butterflies, which is really amazing.
Over the past 2 decades, monarch populations have been in decline, reaching numbers well below historic norms due to habitat loss, climate change, pesticides, and deforestation in Mexico. The overwintering forests in Mexico are shrinking due to illegal logging, and milkweed is disappearing across North America due to urbanization and pesticide use. If we want the monarchs to recover, then we need to support habitat restoration, protection, and avoid pesticide use. If you want to take action, plant native milkweed, grow nectar-rich flowers, avoid using pesticides, support conservation efforts, and participate in citizen science. Look in the description below for resources and more information.
Okay, and now we are back down at the bottom where the entrance is. So we decided to walk back down because we wanted to take a closer look at the plants and other species that you can see here. And it's just absolutely amazing. This was honestly a life-changing experience, and I highly recommend you check out the Monarch migration if you can. It's just absolutely breathtaking. And I hope you enjoyed this video and learned some neat things about monarch butterflies.
If you'd like to keep learning about nature and joining me on my outdoor explorations, then please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you on the next adventure.